All right, hello and welcome to Make48 Milwaukee. We're here at the Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for our second event of Make48 this season in the City Series.
And it's my pleasure to welcome you to MIAD, the Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design, to this new space that we built out especially for these types of events. We invite you to curl up with a good sketch pad or table saw or 3D printer and make for the next 48.
This week we have a teacher with students, we have families, we have groups of friends. It's a wide variety of backgrounds and walks of life, but because we're surrounding them with the awesome tool techs and support that they need, each one of those teams is going to be able to thrive. Introducing all of our teams from Make48 Milwaukee, we have Lark.
We came up with our team name by just combining the first initial of each of our names together.
We're all industrial design majors here at MIAD.
What inspired us to join the competition was really just a love for creating and wanting to be in a creative space with other individuals, designing something new for the future.
Twisted Wires.
We all have different specialties and we kind of twist together to make the perfect team.
Well, David here recruited us because we're, heavy users of the Innovation Center at our school.
So I've heard about these kind of things that happen with adults and with college students, but we all work with high school age kids. We're looking for ideas about how could we apply this to younger kids, but we need to experience it ourselves first.
Shooting Stars.
We actually have no idea where the name came from. Husco International is a sponsor of Make48. Husco has also sponsored Augustine Prep, which is a school on the Milwaukee South Side. Griffin graduated from Aug Prep just this last year. Oscar is a junior at Aug Prep, and then I'm a design engineer at Husco International.
City on a Hill.
So we are at a non-profit organization called City on a Hill, and that is how we came up with our name. So we want to provide opportunities for young people to be in creative spaces that they might not already have.
The Golda Girls.
We're all a part of a school, and she's our teacher, our STEM teacher. We go to Golda my year.
We were inspired to come to Make48 because we were already working together to make things this year, and when we were given the opportunity and told about it, we thought, yes, let's do this.
MKE Makers.
So we formed our team when Kyle Jansen reached out to Ariel Pershman and asked her to participate in this competition. And then she brought me on. We brought on Ross, who is an excellent addition.
And you guys thought of me, so thank you so much. Yes.
We are all based in Milwaukee, and we all make things.
Hence MKE Makers.
And the Dreaming DeNicolas.
Well, make sure to say the question before you answer.
Yes. What is your team name?
Dreaming DeNicolas.
Our team name is...
The parents came up with the name. The kids weren't exactly happy with it when they heard what it was. But we had to come up with something real quick, and that's what we ended up with.
We formed our team because we're a family, and we actually formed it because we were watching the show on television, and we thought it was a good idea, so we did it together as a family.
So I grew up in Milwaukee, and it's hard to imagine Milwaukee without Harley. It's hard to imagine the world without the impact of the Harley brand. So your challenge is to make a playground element that could potentially be used as part of a community playground on the Harley-Davidson Museum campus. I want you to literally think that what you create this weekend could have a significant impact on the world. It starts with just having that group of people that have a curious idea and surrounding yourself with the creativity and the support of all of our tool techs, patent attorneys, video crew, everyone that's gonna help put this together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Make48!
Love kids, and so we're really excited to design something that is meant specifically for our youth.
We're really nervous. We have an idea of creating a playground equipment where they're actually riding a motorcycle around a ramp.
Our idea is to have sort of stepping platforms between two different static platforms. and those stepping platforms will be like the cylinders on an internal combustion engine. They'll be linked together through a crankshaft so that as you step on one platform, it turns that crankshaft and cycles up the next cylinder.
Like I could see ways in which that could be scaled back into maybe a less complex system, but still simulate this, still simulate an engine.
So our next step, guys, is to see a patent lawyer.
What we've built is a merry-go-round that has the ability to transfer energy.
From a patent perspective, I would not be overly concerned about the concept of a motorcycle or any other vehicle riding along a track, so I think that's good.
Does it matter which materials we use? Like, would that make a difference?
Typically, it's not material specific. So in terms of the swing, it looks like they have an application that's pending, and that just published in March, which means that most likely has not been reviewed.
Really, the idea is selling the modular wall with the holes and the fact that all of the elements that can be connected to it all connect, so you'll continuously have a double-sided, but differing structure.
We at Harley-Davidson are so excited to be part of this event. We're a 119-year-old company that's founded in innovation, and this is such an important initiative, and we're really excited to partner with Make48 and the community to see what these talented people can do.
It's supposed to show you the chain and stability. So you see how hard it is to move it now? Once this thing stops, try moving it again and see the difference in how hard it was.
I just want to make sure that whoever's in the wheelchair can grab the wheel. Yeah. I think that's awesome. Oh, yeah.
Innovation is creativity with a purpose.
Progressive thought put into action.
Thinking through problems as creatively as possible.
Finding new ways to push the envelope, challenging the status quo.
So we were really inspired at the Harley-Davidson Motorcycle Museum. The idea of the attitude they feel about motorcycles, even though a lot of them don't ride. They like the feeling of freedom and speed and just this idea of going fast and leaving the world behind you.
We can add the elements that we're saying on the zipline thing to make it noise. Could you go side to side, right?
First thing I was thinking, being that I have nieces, is that I really like going to the playgrounds and being able to interact with them. So my thought though is that I really like to interact with them. I like pushing them on the swings and stuff like that. I like that better than them jumping up on a piece of equipment that I don't want to go up.
Right.
The idea for a prototype at the beginning, there was a couple different concepts floating around. The first one being some sort of interactive play space for not only your normal everyday kid, but also neurodivergent children as well.
Some great ideas, but maybe we're too elaborate here. Maybe we should bring it back a little bit. I love your ideas. I'm just saying, do we have to have them all right now?
This challenge is an opportunity for us to show that girls are just as powerful as men and that diversity is important, and we definitely demonstrate that.
Innovation is applying science and technology to an area that you're really passionate about in a way that changes the world.
Innovation is opportunity to do new things.
Where creation meets necessity.
Could you guys scoot a little bit closer? Close enough.
Here we are at a metal supermarket, and some of the teams had some needs, and we think that they can cover them. So we're going to go in and find out what they have.
Come on, gang.
Let's look around.
They're 9 inches long.
That's brass.
It's brass.
Absolutely, yes.
Would these work?
Yes, thank
Okay.
you. Score.
I don't know if you want to ditch these two.
Cut like a
quarter?
Yeah.
Okay, so
give or take.
split it in half about
Yeah.
this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. We got some brass and some copper, some non-ferrous metals that can help some of the teams, and we're ready to return and Make48.
We're gonna weld.
You're gonna cut.
One of the unique parts about this stop here at MyAd is that there are students in this building making, creating, innovating all day, all week, all year. And being able to bring Make48 into this space and play off of that energy is going to create an extremely awesome environment for our makers this week.
So our facility has multiple lab spaces that allows our students to be able to make in multiple platforms, typically sculpture, printmaking, textiles, photography area as well, and then our 3D lab.
Anytime that a team is going to use materials that are not so common, like wood or metal, fabrication tools, maybe clay, but welding, anything like that, it's already like a start to innovation.
To lay this out, the base is really perfect for CNC.
Okay.
The metal is perfect for traditional metalworking and vendors, and they'll find the materials for you.
Okay.
The colored seats and anything you want to decorate with and really make it pop, that's appropriate for three-dimensional additive printing.
I run the 3D lab here at MyAd, and we're always interested in finding opportunities to engage with the public, engage with the people that are going to be coming in as students or families who are bringing their kids in. So it gives us a way to cross-pollinate, which is really what we do in our lab across different disciplines within MyAd. And Make48 kind of expands that dialogue in some really nice ways.
One of the cool things about Make48 is that we're surrounding the teams with tool techs that have a wide variety of skills. This week we have everyone from people that work with wood, to people that do crazy welding, to even a photographer that's going to help our teams be able to showcase their prototypes in really cool ways.
Okay, 1.5 inch deep, in the center, 8-inch wide. Yes. Got you. Yeah, we can do that. So what we're gonna have to do with this, since we wanna go 1.5 inches deep, we're gonna have to do this in a couple passes because that's a pretty hefty cut.
Yeah.
Okay. And this blade is a true flat bottom curve, so every tooth is fully flat versus the other blades have what's called an offset tooth, where they have a right angle, or an angle to the left, an angle to the right, and then a true flat.
So I'm at Make48 helping with the sculpture lab, fabrication lab, and just all of the tech needed for that.
I'm here representing Onshape, helping the teams create CAD models that are used for rendering and prototyping.
I think the grip itself needs that square pocket.
Ah, yes, correct.
Here, we just did So put that grip, put that in there, and then we can make sure that there's a fastening method for both sides. Gotcha. Make sense? Yep.
I think Onshape helped us specifically with hole placements, because when you're drawing it out, it's very hard to get it exact, and putting it in Onshape and then replicating that pattern across allows for accurate dimensions with holes and features, and that was very beneficial.
Let's go!
Challenge that we're going through right now is probably figuring out like how the tubing is going to work.
Yep, keep going, turn it, crank it, valve it, Will it stay? Will it hold air? Dude, we're holding air. We are holding air.
Weather-wise in Wisconsin, we are constantly covered in snow. The idea of putting something over it, so even when it's really, really hot, the kids can still play underneath it.
By the time it gets all the way to the end, it would have to be brought back. Would that be an issue at all? Something we're considering.
So if it's left down there and it's not already in place, I don't know if a younger kid would want to come and pull it before they actually get to do the fun part, right?
for sure.
I wonder if you could have some sort of like metric where it measures speed or time, and then you get the results from that by going back to the beginning. So that helps to like motivate folks to bring it back quickly.
I could see a younger, like a 5-year-old or closer to a teenager. I can see them getting bored with this a little bit more quickly than, you know, your 8 to 10, right? So how would you make it more fun for the older or the younger audience?
I think it was really cool how everyone found something like simple and made it into like a really cool game.
We were given feedback that for our our tandem motorcycle racetrack, that we should have an area that was shaded. So I'm taking the bags from the Milwaukee Museum that have the Harley-Davidson logo on it, and I'm going to create like flag canopies that can go over the racetrack to protect kids or the equipment from heat.
Surgery is going mighty swell, doctor.
I say,
Our patient is going to live a long life.
we'll get noted in the Journal of Medical.
Sticker.
Okay, once it's down, it's down.
Down to clown.
Well done, sir. Doctor, very well done.
Innovation is taking the ideas of everyone and creating something that fits all needs.
Moving forward.
Trying to move steps forward in either processes that you've already got implemented or in established standard operating procedures.
Making something new and exciting.
Using technology to make our lives better.
Left on the clock of this competition, and last night we worked on our track, and right now we're just trying to figure out what else will be added and all the decorations.
I just assembled the Harley go round and mounted it, and now I'm going to connect the electrical component that's going to represent the sustainable energy part of this project.
Yeah, is there supposed to be 2 solders on this?
Yeah, the solder.
Oh, bummer.
Why don't we super glue the foam to the glass?
Yeah,
and then that'll slot in and out. Like we can lift it up and down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think winning allows us to have something we all share other than school, and being able to, if it does get manufactured, go to a playground and be like, hey, I helped make that, or I designed that.
It would be a little bit of maybe some bragging rights here at MyAd, but also just a sense of better connection or being a part of the entire industrial design community or just design community in general.
There's other people who have no experience, and we were to win it and they could see like that anybody could really enter this competition.
All right, welcome to Make48 Milwaukee. So I'd like to go ahead and introduce our judges who are going to make the tough choice of which is going to be our winner that will receive $2,000. We have Ashwini Balasubramanian from Harley-Davidson.
I'm going to be looking for practicality, inclusiveness, of being able to not just look at kids that can play in regular equipment, but also are they taking into consideration kids with special needs.
Chris Nelson from Harley-Davidson.
Well, my background is actually a bit diverse, from marketing to product development and production, so I think I'll look at this challenge from multiple angles and look at the different ideas that way.
Keith Stanley from Near West Side Partners.
So I think it's key as a judge that we look at unique perspectives and diversity of opinion.
And we have one bonus award for Milwaukee that happens to be my personal favorite. We're gonna have a Kids' Choice Award. So now it's time to introduce our first team, Team Lark.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. We are Team Lark.
Module Climb is a fully customizable, interlocking, modular climbing system.
The dual-sided wall allows for a different configuration to be experienced on either side. The next fun system is the slotted modular panels. This allows for Module Climb to be converted basically in endless configurations.
We got a lot of inspiration from walking around the Harley Museum, and that word freedom kept coming up. So we really wanted to create something that could be accessorized and people would have the freedom to just explore their own creativity through our creative design.
Up next, we have Twisted Wires.
We, of course, heard from quite a few people about the significance of the start of Harley-Davidson. So our first hub for our zipline adventure to start right there. The track system is something we found already that's been designed, but we customized our own Harley-Davidson motorbike for young people to ride on. It'll curve back and forth, so we'll see with the model, it moves. So you're getting those curves, you're getting that wind in your hair.
Up next, we have the Shooting Starts.
So our full-size piston stepper will be 10 feet long. As kids walk across a piston stepper, they will learn how to power an internal combustion engine. Kids viewing piston stepper from the side will see how the pistons interact with the connecting rods and crankshaft in order to take the energy they're putting into the system and turn it into rotational kinetic energy. So this is designed to replace a bridge element on a playground. So you have elevated platforms on both sides from the already existing playground, and then this will be the connecting element to walk from one platform to the other.
Next, we have City on a Hill.
Product is called Bubble Flow, and it is an interactive bubble popping system. It is connected by tubes and one-way valves, and when the child steps on one, it'll inflate another. When you step on that second bubble, it'll be set up to inflate a different bubble somewhere else on the bubble pad. But because of the material that we're using, the PVC plastic, it can withstand the weight of an adult also hopping on it. Because I want to hop on it.
It's gonna happen. Up next, we have Golda Girls.
We are here to present to you 3, 2, 1 race, the Harley Experience. So this is an all-inclusive playground feature designed to allow young riders to experience driving a Harley. The track is designed for 5 to 8-year-olds and is built using mostly plywood and 2x4s, similar to roller coasters and bike ramps.
The track can be customized for your needs. This one is built to have riders race side by side. You can add curves, hills, and bridges and make it as big as you like.
I think it would be really interesting, like if you made an adult version of this and you attach calories burnt or whatever, people can have the fun experience and count those calories too.
Then up next we have the MKE Makers.
All right, hello judges and hello sharks. I see we have some sharks over here.
What we really wanted to do was we wanted to make a statement piece for the museum. What we kind of ideated on was to somehow incorporate the Harley imagery into this concept for a reinvented swing, more like a glider. It's not only wheelchair accessible, but it's also able to be used by more than one person.
This portion was canvas towards the back. In addition to having this ramp/step for the wheelchairs to be able to go inside and here.
So would there be some sort of barrier around it to make sure that nobody would step in the way when it is swinging?
Cost-wise, we're looking at anywhere from 9 to 15. And with the price of steel going up, I think that Harley-Davidson should really invest in this now to lock in a reasonable price.
And up next, we have the Dreaming de Nicolas.
We've coined this the Harley go-round, right? And it's a two-part component. I don't know about you guys, but oftentimes we are at a park or something and our batteries are running low, and how better to charge it than off the kids' energy, right? Because that is like never ending, you know what I mean? So
have you thought of
how to protect it or keep it cool.
I kind of did, right? So I guess the way that we applied this, right? Because I mean, I'm just a dad, right? Not an engineer. so I did as much technology as I did as much research as we could, right?
Special thanks to Harley, to all the sponsors involved, to Maya, to see that something like this, when you surround just a dad with the right resources, that really cool things can happen. So now we're gonna go into the judges will deliberate.
These sorts of activities are very, very important. I think one thing it definitely does is introduce these kids to the STEM world in terms of making these activities fun and hands-on, so they can understand that feels like engineering can actually be fun.
We need that unique ability to come together as a community, as teams, as neighborhoods, appreciate each person's background, appreciate who they are as an individual, and come together and try to solve problems.
So we're gonna start with the Kids' Choice Award, which is one of my favorite awards that our kid judges decided. The winner of the 2022 Kids' Choice Award is 321 Harley Experience from the Golda Girl. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, the winners of $2,000, the Make48 trophy, and the ability to represent the great city of Milwaukee at Nationals is Harley Go Round by the Dreaming DeNicola.
Oh, amazing. I'm very surprised. That was how you won.
It feels great. Honestly, it was a relief to have it done because it was exhausting, but it is incredibly exciting that we won.
It definitely adds on to our list of memories because we've had a lot of memories, but this one's very, very special.
All you have to do is be curious. If you have that creative kind of bug inside of you and you surround yourself with the right resources and tools, you can bring really cool things to this world. So thank you all, and we'll see you next year.